This is scary.
Chess or backgammon? I've never played backgammon, but I really like chess. I like the board that you made, especially. Even though I've never played on it.
I've never played chess.
Are you good at accepting criticism? Okay.
Woofda.
That's hard.
Yeah. I think I'm okay at accepting criticism. I mean, it depends who it's coming from and what it's about, but I feel like overall, yeah.
Okay, what's your favourite place on earth? Let me think. I don't think I have a favourite place on earth.
I can't think of them either.
I don't think I've been to like enough places to like,
You've not been to your favourite place on earth yet?
Yes, that's
Hello.
probably because I
Yeah.
feel like if I had, then I would know.
Yeah.
That's true.
What's your favourite place on earth?
Ireland.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
100%.
That's so
Straight up.
sweet.
Definitely.
How much is the ideal amount of money? Atkins.
That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it depends what you're doing. It kind of opens up a lot of questions, doesn't it? I mean, you just like more than you would ever be able to spend, but like realistically, that's going to impact other people.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's true.
wouldn't think that was the
Yes.
perfect amount of money. Like more than you can spend.
More than you can spend.
Because then it would be so.
Well,
like,
there's that.
But why do you need more than you can
yeah,
spend?
exactly. I
Okay,
would never
exactly
wish that.
how much you will spend, so that
Yeah.
you're lying on your deathbed with 0, 0, 0.
Okay. What's your favourite vegetable? Broccoli. No, I can't digest it.
Nice.
Favourite vegetable ever. It's so good. I wake up every day like, yes, I've never had a chance to eat broccoli.
Are your problems valid? Yes.
Nice.
Everyone's
Yes.
problems are valid.
Yeah,
Everyone's
it's a good
problems are
question,
valid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So last time you was gendered.
I don't think I've ever been misgendered.
Oh, what a life.
Maybe when I was a baby, because my mum dressed me in like, not like girly clothes.
Oh.
So,
That's
and when you're a baby, like unless you're dressed like a girl or a boy, you can't really tell the difference.
Mhm.
And I was dressed in like boys hand me down, so maybe I don't know, but yeah, not like I remember.
I feel like people might very quickly revert to masculinism if they don't know.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Do you guys remember when you were the last time you were misgendered?
Today. It's a good lie.
Oh, that's it. Is your life more important than others?
I mean,
No. No, important. Not like the word important. Definitely
Yeah.
doesn't. I mean, what would that even mean? I mean, I guess you can obviously talk about the way that you go through your life, and do you act like your life is more important than others?
Yeah, no,
Sometimes you
that's
gotta put you're gonna have like, you gotta prioritise what you're doing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's eventually for the sake of other people. Most criminal thing I've ever done.
I want to know this.
Da, 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 da. It's the most criminal thing I ever did. I voted for someone else once. That's kind of criminal. I broke into a festival.
You voted for someone else?
How did you do that?
What, break into a festival?
No,
Yeah,
how
the
did you
first one.
vote for someone else?
I would just go in, innit? I mean, they don't ask for your ID.
Yeah, they
yeah, that's,
do.
no, they
They
don't.
don't. No, they don't.
No.
1, 2, 3. Just do.
Are we supposed to guess?
Guess the song, guess the song.
La 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 la. Yeah, that was nice.
If you could, would you get rid of all social media? Yes, I think I would if I could. Yeah, I would.
Do you know, I feel like it has quite a few positives.
Yeah, but then if you
Just
took it away for
Small
everybody,
creators
then like
and stuff.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
feel like the negatives outweigh the positives.
Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. It does have like quite a large positive in how accessible it is.
Yeah, I
Quite
think
important, actually.
it forces things to be more transparent in some ways, which are good,
Yeah.
but also like the amount of social media related deaths and things like that.
Also, it's kind of ruined things in the way that like, you don't. You have to plan things more. Everyone has to meet up at this place, and
I mean, I think people are more like socially anxious now as well because they're like really like, and I think that if you got rid of it, and
It's a tricky one. It's a tricky one because like if you look at times without social media, there were a lot of things that were worse. But then
but wouldn't we just find other ways to do that?
How especially recently, like in a pandemic, like that's the only way we've been able to contact anyone.
Well, we'd have phones and stuff, but I think
there's like
I think along the lines, an argument is that we've finally given a very even platform to anyone who's got a phone, which is basically everyone, to have a voice.
Yeah.
So I reckon if you had statistics that showed voiceless people before social media and after, I reckon there would have been way more people who successfully made it.
Yeah.
To get their voices heard, because they are, to a certain extent, now that it's normalized to have a phone and have social media, it is a level playing field. Everyone starts at 0 followers.
Like engagement in like different like cultural things is so much less elitist in this way. Like before, if you could only see art by going to an art gallery, like it's ableist and elitist. Whereas now, like, you know, people are always posting pictures, like you've got like virtual art tours and stuff. Like I feel like it has done some really good things, but also I think it's so weird with how shit it is.
Yeah, it's done some really, really good things, but it's also done some really, really fucked up things to people. I mean, it's given people such a weird perspective of what they should be and what they should be achieving, and that's affecting everyone. Everyone who's on social media feels that to a certain extent. I don't. It's a tricky one. I actually retract my answer. I don't know.
What's beauty to you?
Yeah.
What do you find beautiful?
I don't know. Like sometimes, like, you know, like certain people you find beautiful but aren't like typically beautiful.
I love that.
I love things like that, or like, but you just don't know why. Like you can't even put your finger on why. Like what even makes someone beautiful? Like in a non-conventional way. Like literally don't know.
Finding beauty in unconventional beauty is a treat.
Yeah.
How much does gender affect your work? Considering I don't really know what kind of work I'm doing right now, I'm not sure. I think probably the fact that it's such a big part of my identity and has influenced my aesthetics a lot and who I'm inspired by and what I'm inspired by. There's probably lots of tiny little tidbits that have affected the way that I've thought and felt about gender and identified with gender that's affected me. However, I don't personally create work that focuses or tries to actively express gender ideas and express my own gender identity too much. One day.
Have you ever been in love?
No.
You've not been in love, have you?
I think a lot of people don't think they have been.
No,
they're waiting for that. It's a little bit like that favourite place thing. I think a lot of people say they don't. You'd know if you've been there, but
you don't have one love. It's not like who's your favourite person.
No, not as in your favourite person, but like you know.
Like you would know. Like if you've been in love, then you would know. But if you're like not sure,
I think
you'll probably have it.
It's probably a different perception of how people experience what being in love is.
I always feel like it's so romanticised. Like
100%.
feeling this love is like it's supposed to be like, or even like you know, you have a kid or something, and you're supposed to like feel this crazy like what? What's this being that you need to like be with them all the time, protect them? And there's probably lots of people who have kids and they don't feel like that, and they love them in a much more normal like way.
It's definitely romanticised, because it could always change with every person as well. That's the thing. Like, you know, you feel a certain thing towards one person, but the word love is very like exclusive. That's like a separate feeling that people have decided is a thing, but I'm not sure if it.
No, I don't agree with that. I've been in love at least like more than twice, and it's completely different experiences each time, I find.
Yeah.
I don't think I've been in love. It's funny because we actually had this question the other day and I said yes, but only because I've been in a serious relationship, so I thought well then I have. But
That's love.
I've been in a long-term relationship where I wasn't in.
Yeah.
I think both things can exist.
Right, when was the last time I felt empty inside? I mean, that's so specific. I don't know, like, empty. What does that even really feel like?
Do you ever feel like there's just nothing not nothing inside of you, but like you just can't, like I don't know, you're just walking around and you've got nothing to say and nothing to do.
Yeah.
Nothing to put out there.
Yeah.
And you're just like, don't know.
It's kind of a good. It's not. I feel like the implication of the question is that that's a bad feeling. But I wouldn't put it quite like that. Do you feel like sometimes when you're really sad, it's like kind of nice? You know?
Sometimes it's nice just to be able to like pinpoint your emotion.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like so hard, or like you feel like you're not really like going through any of like the emotions. You're just like busy or something like that, and then one day you're just like, oh god, today's so shit. But at least I know that that's what I feel today.
Yeah.
I feel like
I
if it's got any sense of anxiety about it, if I feel like I'm sad and this is an ongoing thing, then that is kind of unbearable, but otherwise then that's fine.
You could even interpret it in sort of a more spiritual sense of like feeling empty, not in a sense of
It could be
having
cleansing.
nothing,
Exactly,
but feeling
that's
empty in the
valuable
sense that you've got no worries and you've got no anxiety, and you
That's
literally
what
just
you
feel you're here, whatever is, what it is, what it is. I mean, that's kind of what a lot of
Like
meditation is.
Because exactly, if you're ecstatic and happy, then that's almost like that's a good place to be. But it's kind of the same as being down somewhere that's like sad. You kind of and you'll eventually fall from that.
Cool. Close your eyes and breathe as long as you want.
Oh my god.
What, one breath?
To me, it doesn't really breathe. It's just like whatever I want, right? Breathing.
Did you ever do therapy? If yes, how was it? Yeah, wasn't very good. Just made me make a lot of mind maps.
Oh. What kind of therapy was it?
Cognitive behaviour
CBT.
therapy. Yeah.
Was that like at school? Like what was it? Like was it private?
It was through the NHS. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's just because of the therapist, or do you think therapy is just not for you?
I just don't think CBT is for me.
Yeah, fair.
It isn't for most people.
Yeah.
It's just not structured in a way that helps most people.
Yeah.
Because the NHS is underfunded as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought, I don't know, I don't think it helped me at all. But maybe I just wasn't in the right place for that particular thing to help either, because I don't think it would help me at any point. But I think specifically that time, like I didn't even want like a tiny bit of help, I don't know.
Yeah, I think like they say with like therapy, or like you have to put in effort as well.
Who's the most important person in your life? Which I just can't answer that. I just can't say that. Like, there are lots of people in my life that I really, really wouldn't want to like lose and play a big part. I just can't. It doesn't make any sense.
I think that's an answer to the question.
You did say one of your dogs.
They are people, darling. Oh.
What would life be like if you were a man? So much easier. For a long time I actually wanted to be a guy. Not like in a sense that I ever felt like I was more of a guy than anything else, but just thought I'd way prefer that life. But I found the beauty in femininity and not being a man as well. So pretty happy not being a man. But what would my life be like? I think I'd be way more pretentious.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I really do think. I
don't think necessarily like you'd actually be more pretentious though. Like maybe people just think you were like.
No, I think I would be. I think I would have bought into quite a lot of things that I was able to educate myself out of for many specific reasons based on like queerness or whatever. So but based on my like instinctual like interests and stuff. I feel like I could have easily bought into, like, especially artistically, way more pretentious like lines.
Yeah, I always worry that if I was a guy, then I'd be like a soft boy.
Yeah.
I play bass, it's my record collection, baby.
Do you think the political movements and changes within the last year will last? It's a tricky question. I don't know. I think with the stuff that's going on at the minute, I feel like maybe for a few months, and then if the bill doesn't get passed, obviously it's going to die down. If it does, maybe it'll spark more protests. I don't know.
It's really hard. I guess like there's certain groups that have always been very vocal and active, and they will continue to be for a long time. But if we're talking about like mass awareness and discussion about these issues, and like all of these movements have been around for decades but haven't been like public eye.
What was you gonna say? Sorry.
I just think there's something to say to not just, I mean, the bill sort of follows a lot of criticisms that have come from corona politics, like data collection via track and trace and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think it is quite interesting to think whether or not the government has used. I don't think the government has put us in lockdown to trap us or to create a bigger surveillance or anything, but I do think it's interesting to look at what they have established and whether or not they're going to try to work off that. And I mean, the scary thing about the bill is not just the bill itself, but it's the precedent that they're trying to set. So it is quite interesting to see what the government has been doing and getting away with during COVID, a very, very stressful emergency situation, and what that could be a precedent for.
Do you think it's gonna last, the amount of like awareness and stuff around all of this?
Well, they're doing a very good job at squashing it. And like divergent tactics have been like obviously just putting the blame on like people who are protesting.
It's also split everyone.
Exactly,
Like corona as well, like it seems like everything is just 100% split. And I find that could definitely have long lasting effects.
Yeah, also like
politically as well.
Keir Starmer is like, you know, Labour support used to be a lot more solid, and then now most people who are voting Labour hate him, rightfully so. Like there isn't really a Labour Party anymore, so I feel like that's gonna have some long-term effects for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think surveillance is probably inevitable unless mass people start coming together to try and avoid it, but
what we changed most when COVID is over? I guess it's like so hard to gauge right now because it's going to be such a big adjustment period when / if it's ever happened. So it feels like something that you'd probably do and then you'd look back like after like 2 years and be like, wow, that's different. But something that I'd like actively change. I feel like there'll definitely be a surge in how much I see my friends. I think just like making sure that you have time to see everyone instead of it being kind of like an afterthought, just like focusing on yourself.
What is hate?
Okay.
Jazz violence.
ignorance and fear.
Yeah, that is exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, I think ignorance is a big one, definitely. Actually, and fear. Yeah, you're right.
There you go.
You didn't need a sentence for that.
It's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah. As an artist, what do you wish for the next 2 years?
Glory! You know my name!
I mean, I would refer this back to our conversation about social media, and we talk about this quite a lot. But I definitely would love to see a focus shifting from commercializing art online to going back, and hopefully this could be also a result from lockdown ending and sort of maybe a surge of creative collaboration. That'd be sick, because we can. To go back to more collaborative, in-person, traditional work, exhibitions, real life spaces, it's conversations, and move away from this hyper commercialization of the only thing you feel like you can do to put yourself out there is to sell your work. And I really just wish that we collectively could just shift from that a little bit back to a focus on making work, which doesn't mean that we shouldn't be able to profit from our artistic work. That's not my point per se.
If the next 100 years was going on like this, like art would just fade out. Like it would not be anything that it was. It's just gonna be like the same shit everywhere, repeatedly, and it's boring.
Carry on, like obviously profiting from your artwork if you need to do that. But from pieces that you actually like value making.
Organic artwork.
Yeah. How has your life changed in the last months? My confidence has like gone down so much, and
really, you don't seem like someone who's just dropped in confidence.
Like I think like the pandemic and stuff has kind of made me like lose my identity a bit. Like I don't really know like who I am, what I'm doing, like because my life like consists of like the same thing every day, you know, like
and you can't do a lot of the things that you probably do.
Exactly. That makes a lot of sense.
Who I was before the pandemic is so different. It's pretty scary.
No?
Where is your safe space? I definitely don't really have a safe space. No, I don't even really identify with like a home or a, I don't know. I don't really feel that much like. Obviously, there's like my mum's house, and that's where I grew up.
That's a safe space.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of she's gonna try and stay there for a little while longer, but I was kind of looking forward to her selling it and not having it, and like to see the new place, but also just like to not have that, and then like there's like my dad's house, but I've not had that for very long, and that's kind of home, but like I don't know. I don't know. I just don't really identify with that feeling very much. Having one place which is where I feel is home, or like where would I go if I was really scared or anxious or something, or depressed or something? I don't know.
That's interesting as well.
Do you think it's because like you can feel comfortable in quite a few places, or just like that you don't feel that comfortable in like many places?
Yeah, probably the first.
That's good.
Feeling adaptable.
Yeah.
You've got comfort in yourself.
Or it doesn't necessarily impact my mood that much. Or like it's kind of adaptable. There are some nights where I'd be here and like the vibe would be a certain way, and I'd be feeling a certain way, and that definitely would be a safe space. But there are other days when like it wouldn't be at all. I wouldn't want to be here. But I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough.
No specific.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.